Hi, Kenny Weiss, coach and speaker. And as I often do, I posted on Facebook asking if anyone was going through anything. And I got several great questions. And one was about social media. What to do with all the divisiveness and the negativity that's going on. Obviously, with the election, there's a lot of it. So I figured I'd tackle that one because that's a great question. And the first thing you have to realize is there's a ton of anger out there. Well, if you've watched my videos, what is anger? In any case, at any time, anger is always a veil for fear. And what's fear? Fear is one of two things. It's either a fear of rejection or a fear of inadequacy, and it doesn't have to be true. So let's look at it. If you so-called lost, of course you're feeling inadequate. Of course you're feeling rejected. And because none of us have been taught anything about how to deal with feelings, what do? The natural reaction, especially in today's society, is get big. I'm going to yell and scream. That's a natural reaction to fear. So what do we do with that? How do we handle it coming at us? Well, there's several things. The first thing to realize is put yourself in their shoes. If you were a Republican and you've been, killed the last couple years, you probably felt the exact same thing. Inadequate, rejected, yeah. A little bit of that. But even bigger, even deeper, to realize what helps me the most is whenever someone's angry at me, a teller at a store, someone on the phone, I instantly recognize this person's scared to death. And so what I literally picture is what's coming out is something that they've gone through in their life. Most likely when they were younger and they had absolutely no power, their parents and stuff, they were at their parents' mercy. They couldn't do anything about it. And so they're basically reliving that. So I literally, when someone's yelling at me or throwing venom my way, I literally picture a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-year-old child in the corner screaming, literally screaming at me, please don't find out how inadequate I feel right now. And by God, don't you dare reject me. That's the piece. Don't you dare reject me. That's what I see when I see someone who's angry, is they're screaming out for help and they're so overcome with feelings, they don't know what to do with them. So think of it this way. Even if this person is anonymous, if you pictured that, would you want to yell back or would you want to help that person? I know for me, a 2, 4, 6, 8-year-old child screaming out, please, I'm scared to death here and I need some help. I'm not going to yell back. It's not what I'd do. I'd have an understanding. Now, maybe they can't hear me. Maybe because they're in too much pain, they wouldn't accept it. But I don't have to join it. Because see, if I join it, then I'm just feeling inadequate and scared too. So what do we get? We get 2 4-year-olds screaming at each other. We've all seen that. It doesn't go very well, does it? And that's kind of what you're seeing on social media, is everybody screaming at each other, overwhelmed with massive feelings that they have no idea how to handle, and they're just overcome by it. Well, don't judge them. Have empathy. Have empathy for them. Recognize that they're just hurting, and there are days I hurt too. Days I struggle. And what would I want in that moment? I'd want someone just to hear me. So one of the great responses I have to that is I ask questions. Tell me more. Why do you feel that way? This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to learn about what the other person thinks and feels. And really what they're screaming as, like I said, is please hear me. Well, ask them questions. Get to know why they think that. You may disagree, but what a wonderful opportunity to learn about somebody else and their feelings and what they're going through. I've always felt, and I tell this to salespeople, you run into a situation where someone's yelling at you to get out of their office, that's your best client. And the same thing now, someone yelling at you on social media, if you can have empathy and learn to get to know them, that's your best friend waiting for you. It's a choice though. You get to decide if you want to go back into your own feelings and respond with anger and fear and inadequacy and rejection, or do you want to come together and work on that, and so you can both share it and you can both be a support for each other. So at any rate, that's what I would do to deal with it, and that's how I try and approach it. So hopefully the people that are struggling with all this and getting overwhelmed by it, just realize they're just like you. The day you feel sad and scared, just like when you were younger and didn't know what to do, that's exactly what they're going through. have a heart for them. And maybe that'll make it a little easier when you see it. All right? So hopefully that's a help for you. Please keep sending in the questions and stuff. I really appreciate it. If I can do anything else, just let me know. Have a great day.